Hello, I'm Tim Krul. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
I'm going to sit here. I'm going to enjoy this because it's not too often we can do this. We can say this. Norwich City have won a Premier League game, absolutely over the moon with that. An absolutely fantastic win, and one Norwich City desperately needed after going 6 games without scoring in the Premier League, a record. Norwich City beat Everton by 2-1, and that winning feeling does mean everything. And going into this next game against Watford, it's a crunch game now, and I'm so proud of the boys. I thought everyone on that pitch was excellent, and all you can ask for as a fan is that the players gave it their all, and there was some brilliant moments of defending in the second half. Everyone from the bottom to the top of the pitch was absolutely electric, and it was a really deserved win, and one we needed as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section, but I just want to soak in this winning feeling because it's only the 3rd time Norwich City have won in the Premier League this season. But no, it does feel good, and that surely will mean the end of Rafa Benitez as Everton manager. And yeah, let's not kid ourselves. We needed this win, and so did Everton. Everton are, of course, a big Premier League club. Their fans deserve a lot of success, and they haven't been able to get that in the last 10, 15 years. And they haven't been able to get to where they want to be. But if you look at Everton, I mean, Norwich City played Everton early on in the season. We lost 2-0 to them. And I think Everton were 5th or 6th in the table at that point. Everton have only won 1 game since September. To put that into perspective, Norwich City have won 2 games, now 3 games, which really shows how much Everton have kind of declined under Rafa Benitez. So it was a huge game. It was a game against a team who are towards the bottom end of the table in terms of the form over the last couple of months. So Norwich City had to get a result, and we've seen Dean Smith, we've seen Daniel Farke with a whole host of formations, a whole host of players. I'm pretty sure we've played every single formation, every single player in certain positions. But this 4-4-2, I never thought I would see it, but this 4-4-2 in the Premier League looks the most promising. Norwich City have been bereft of opportunities and goals. You know, Norwich City have failed to score in 6 Premier League games, and they've been woeful in terms of goal scoring over the last couple of seasons when they've been in the Premier League. So the 4-4-2, I think, gives you that attacking element. I think we get more bodies in the box, and defensively as well. I think they're working really hard, and it's a really, really good formation for that. But let's look at the game, and let's look at the team news first. Of course, Norwich City have been terrible over the past 6 games, but our 2-0 loss to West Ham, I think, was relatively respectable. And the 4-4-2 at least gave us a bit more of an attacking output. But Norwich started the game brightly on the front foot, and I've always said this time and time again, you can only score if you have long shots or if you put crosses in the box. If you keep tiptoeing around, it's a lot harder to score. Sometimes just have a long shot, put crosses in the box, mistakes can happen, and a huge moment of good fortune. And when you need a goal, when you desperately need a goal, it really, really helps when the other team put the ball in the back of the net for you, and that's exactly what happened. Josh Sargent on the right-hand side gets an opportunity to cross a lovely ball, to be fair to him, across the 6-yard box. Adam Idah attacks it, but Michael Keane ends up prodding it home into his own goal, and Norwich City take the lead and make it 1-0. And as I say, being an Everton fan, it must be really difficult for them at the moment. They're way below where they want to be, and they want to see their side play good football. And as I say, Everton's form over the last few months have been almost as shambolic, if not more shambolic, than Norwich's. But what was great about this moment, I mean, Norwich City have failed to score in 450 minutes, and then 2 goals, 2 minutes. I was stunned by it, and it all comes to an amazing interception from Grant Hanley, and even better play from Brandon Williams as well. Everton have the ball inside Norwich's final third, a crunching tackle from Grant Hanley, and Everton leave themselves exposed because they pushed a lot of players forward on the left. Brandon Williams then has a lot of room to run, and he runs and he runs and he runs, and he ends up getting from our own third to Everton's third. And a lovely bit of movement by Teemu Pukki across the left-hand side of the pitch, leaving space for Adam Idah to get in. And that's what sometimes when you get a 4-4-2, we wouldn't have scored that goal if it was just Pukki up front. The 2 strikers, Idah and Pukki, worked really well together. And then it's Adam Idah one-on-one against Jordan Pickford. Not the best first touch, but manages to squeeze it below Pickford. And it's Norwich City 2, Everton 0. And that brought some Rafa Benitez banners out. And yeah, it was really toxic in the Everton away end by the looks of it. But Norwich City continued to play well with the 4-4-2. I was slightly worried that we'd be exposed in the middle of the pitch. But actually Sorensen and Pierre-Lise Malou did a really good job covering ground. Rashika and Sargent were excellent in their defensive work rate. And Everton's best chances came from crosses. You know, we managed to do really well in terms of blocking out the space in the middle of the pitch and letting them have it wide. And Grant Hanley, close to a man of the match performance, absolutely brilliant defensive display. But the man of the match, without a doubt, is Adam Idah. And Norwich City fans have been crying for a striker to come in. Adam Idah, I mean, I talk about this more in another video. He's had very few opportunities. He's made 50 appearances in a Norwich City shirt, which is absolutely staggering. So many of them have been 2-minute cameos off the bench. But today, he looked a £20 million player, didn't he? Work rate was excellent. His hold-up play was excellent. And when I saw him against Preston a couple of years ago, I really thought he would be the real deal. And he hasn't been able to kick on, probably because of poor management from the Norwich City section in terms of how we've managed him individually. But he's got everything you want from a striker. He's physical, knows where the back of the net is, works hard, you know, athleticism, just all the right traits you want. And I'm so pleased for him. And he continued to lead the line excellently going into the second half. And he had an amazing opportunity to make it Norwich 3, Everton 0. I can't remember the last time he scored 3 goals in a Premier League game. Goodness knows what on earth the Everton left-back's doing. New man, I can't pronounce his name, and I'm not going to try and do it. Do him justice, although this back pass is one of the most hideous passes I've seen in a football game. He's looking at Pickford. He sees Pickford and he passes it straight back to him with Adam Idah a few yards next to him. It's terrible. Adam Idah then is one-on-one against Pickford for the second time in this game. And he can't believe his luck. I don't think Norwich fans could. Takes it round Pickford, but unfortunately Michael Keane just about manages to get an interception in. And that was a glorious chance for Norwich to put the game to bed. And we didn't. And what do Norwich City do best? They leave heart attacks and nerves and all that kind of jazz present in the stands, because Norwich City end up conceding just after the hour mark. We deal with a cross relatively well. The second one comes back in and Norwich do not do a good job at getting the second phase done. Tim Krul pushes it away to Richarlison, who scores an overhead kick, a fantastic strike, and I'm sure a goal of the month contender. Really good finish by Richarlison. It means half an hour to go. And it's 2-1, and Dean Smith will be having nightmares. Early on in the season, Aston Villa's Dean Smith lost 3-2 to Everton, and Everton scored 3 goals in the past 10 minutes. So he must have been praying that didn't happen to this Norwich City team. And it didn't. We defended excellently. As I say, they had lots of crossing opportunities with Gordon and Damari Gray. I thought we dealt with them really well. We did a really good job at actually not being allowed ourselves to be outrun in the middle of the pitch. Pierre Lees-Malou and Sorensen doing a good job at tracking back and breaking up play. But the big chance of the game for Everton, they did manage to get one glorious chance. Ball in the box. Ben Godfrey, ex-Norwich City, retrieves it. It falls to Anthony Gordon about 12 yards out. What an opportunity. And Dimitri Giannoulis comes sweeping in, makes a goal-saving tackle, which protects the lead at 2-1. And it was an incredible block. And I'm so pleased for Dimmy. I think he's another one who's been treated quite badly and he deserves a run of games. But yeah, incredible block by him. And Brandon Williams, to be fair, was excellent as well. And the whole Norwich City team were absolutely excellent, defending for their lives, being resilient. 7 minutes of stoppage time came, but Norwich City defended really well. A lot of crosses came in, a couple of corners. The resolute, strong in the air. It was brilliant. And Norwich City had a chance with the last kick of the game to make it 3-1. Milot Rashica runs through on goal. 2 against 1 situation. Unfortunately, he hits the post, but it doesn't matter. Norwich City win the game, and I'm over the moon. And the reaction was absolutely terrific, because it has been a little bit toxic in the away end, and the last 6 games have been some of the worst I've seen as a Norwich City fan in the Premier League. We've looked absolutely hopeless, but Dean Smith's been proactive. The change in formation has been good. I think we look a lot better with the shape. Adam Idah starting up front has been exceptional, and we look a lot better as a team. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, it's going to be a very difficult job to still stay up, and I think we're going to still be #1 favourites. But you just have to get a win. You have to get those points on board, no matter against the opposition. And we've done that, which is the most important thing. And going forward against Watford, what a crunch game that's going to be. But Norwich City are going to be more confident going into it, and that's good. And I'm really pleased, as I say, because it was a really, really difficult December month. And to be fair, COVID's played a part. Injuries have played a part. But hopefully now, with a couple of more players returning back, we look a better outfit. And yeah, over the moon with it. Really, really good win for Norwich. And let's see if we can build on it against Watford. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Does Norwich City get a Premier League victory at Carrow? Norwich City 2, Everton won. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Norwich City Central if you're new, and I'll see you later.